Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to the episode of my F1 2019 Ferrari Manager career mode here for episode number 6 at the Canadian Grand Prix. We had a pretty awesome race last time out of the South African one, then be sure to go check that one out before you see the rest of this one. And coming off the back of that, hoping to build on the momentum of, spoiler alert now, 2 wins on the trot for Sebastian Vettel in this season. Obviously, Hamilton has got, 3 wins in a row. You can see there, Australia, Dubai, and China. So we've got to try and maybe match him here, because we've still got a decent amount of points to gain on him in the championship, although we're kind of more so obviously always in the manager career mode looking at the constructors instead. That's still a decent way to go, 159 to 187. Probably need another win to really start closing in that gap to Mercedes, because Hamilton's just so consistent here in this season. But we'll go ahead and see some new hires, and we've got some good talent pool here now. Got 15 here. That'll turn into a 16 once we hire him. Anyone else? I probably might want to sign this guy as well, 14, just so we have some backup pit crew. Actually, we have to replace someone, actually. So this guy is actually pretty useless for us, because refueling we don't have, fixing parts we don't really do much often, so I'm going to sign him and replace him. So we're going to swap those guys out there. And so I've reached my max capacity, basically. So now we just need to look at the mistake percentage and try and swap people out here. So we've got level 16 here on the tyres, so that's a no-brainer. Swapping him back in. We've got a 7%. This guy's going to definitely rest. This dude's on the front jack, 0.8. Front jack, 0.3 still, so we'll stay with that. I kind of want to replace the 14 here. But this guy is 1.3. It's a little bit too high still for my liking, so we have to wait a little bit and just let these guys settle down in terms of being in recovery. But we do increase our decrease our pit stop time a little bit there to 2.98. So at least that's a positive step forward. We move forward then in terms of after South Africa interview here. Vettel had to apologise to the representative from Cape Town after he soaked her in champagne. What are your thoughts? If you're standing on the podium, you should expect to get soaked. Simple. I say that all the time. This question always pops up. I say the same thing. It's the podium. What do you expect? Right, so yeah, moving forward then. In terms of our car, what are we making? We're making an engine. That'll take 30 days. I think that actually might be after the Grand Prix, the next one. So I don't think there's actually much for us to do apart from just continuing to repair the car, basically, or not repair the car, rather improve the car. So I'll add that to reliability because can't get enough of it. This engine apparently only maxes out to 97 reliability. Okay, what else can we really do here? Front wing, always good to do that, I guess. Gearbox as well, but we'll move this all the way to performance, really, because we need it. So we'll do 49.1. I think that's pretty good. These gearboxes, they're nearly maxed out, so we'll watch out for that. Once they're all maxed out, we'll remove them, and we can work on something else. Let's go back here. Are they done yet? No, they're not done yet. How are they not done yet? 128. How's that happened? Right. Formula 1 star Vettel takes time out to help young drivers. Plus 20 morale. Okay. Oh, Vettel's got a dilemma on love. It's about my other half. I know she's not perfect, but at my age, I should start settling for what I can get. Do you think I should marry her? Follow your heart. Annoying other half. Just get married. You can do better. Add feeling blue. If it was me, I would say you can do better. If you shouldn't settle, in my opinion. So he's going to feel blue, but at the same time, in terms of the game, I don't want him to feel blue because that's going to decrease his stats, I think. So I'm going to say just follow your heart. For the sake of the game, follow your heart. Annoying other half, I don't know what that actually does. I think that maybe annoys the mechanics, I think. Driver details. Annoying other half. Yeah, mechanic relationship goes down, but he also just got married, so that's also going to boost his marketability and morale. So I'm going to... that was a positive step for the race, for the game. In real life, maybe not so. 40% chance of rain at Vancouver, so we had 10% at South Africa, and it rained all of quali, every session pretty much. So 40% chance of rain. I'm expecting a lot of things here. I'm expecting rain in the race and quali, but knowing the game now, it'll do the flip on me, and that won't happen. So let's just see. But we've got some more emails about simulator. We've got a very good one. People at Ferrari just seem to be emailing me about good facilities we have. It's like, lads, you don't need to tell me. I know we've got good facilities. Stop telling me that. Well, I already know. Like, come on. Right, we're going to go 50 to 0, because I don't know why none of these are really increased. I'm just going to remove these. They're not really doing much. 152, that's fine. 173. Yeah, we can continue that one. So let's go on towards Vancouver. Is that improved? 175, 170. Did that even go up? I feel like this is a little bit broken. Hopefully that did go up. Right, we move on. Vancouver. Right. High tire wear. We'll go for 6 sets of ultras. We'll go for 4 sets again. Well, we'll go for the same strategy. The conservative strategy has been clutch. 645. It's been working well for us. In terms of fit parts, I think we already had every part fitted correctly the way we wanted to. So that's all fine. We'll go into quali then. Into practice, rather. Apparently clear. Apparently clear. I'll tell you what, it's going to rain. It's going to rain at some point this weekend. And it is raining in practice then. It's going to be damp. It looks like it will be wet actually quite a lot of the practice session. So we'll get plenty of knowledge. But if it is dry in the race, then it might not be too useful here. So this might be an interesting weekend where a lot of teams and drivers do not have knowledge for the race, which might even the playing field. It might make the chance of getting another Vettel win or even Leclerc win possible. I say Vettel just because he seems to be the faster driver definitely in this game and in the mod compared to real life, let's say, where it's a bit more equalized, I guess. Right, we take practice, going to send them out, quickly check the setup after 1 lap, but they're going to be using inters for a lot of this here, so every little bit of running here is just going to get them a little bit of knowledge, even if we're just going to bring them straight back in. A long time to do Charles Leclerc's setup there for some reason, but yeah, I'm going to watch this. I think it looks like it's going to be raining the entire session there, so it really might be a very pointless one if it's going to be drier in qualifying the race. But like I said, 40% chance of rain. You like to think that kind of has a very good chance of raining. I mean, at least in this game, it's not over 50%, but it's not really like real life. In the game, I feel like it's always so much more skewed of like, yeah, there will be rain if it's like 40% chance, because there was so much for 10% last weekend for the last race. But I didn't bring them both in, actually. I forgot about that. Let's bring them in now and see how that goes. As Leclerc's battling 2 cars. There's a lot of traffic there. But Vettel comes in. Let's have a look here at this setup. What's it going to be? 2 goods and a great. It's okay. It's not exactly amazing. That's more like it. Having a great, excellent, and good. So we can tweak that. Hopefully get a good setup out of that. Probably go towards understeer because I've got nowhere else to go with suspension arms. Probably go towards oversteer because I've got nowhere to go with suspension stiffness here, because I can't. If I go any higher like that, I don't think that's going to be where we need to be. So we're going to go towards oversteer. Knowing me, I've gone the complete wrong way on the game, but there we go. Downforce wise, let's go a little bit higher because the acceleration wants to be there. So let's just have a little bit more downforce action. We might that will come in useful. That'll come in handy. I can't speak English right now. It's early in the morning, early for me. It will come in useful. I can't speak. It will come in handy. It'll come in handy if we have high downforce. Jesus, I really can't speak right now. Anyway, Vettel. Let's have a look here. So he's got 2 goods and a great. So I'm going to go with a lot higher downforce, but I have a feeling that's not the way to go. But Leclerc's gearbox was like somewhere around here, I think it was. So I think it might be kind of the right way to go. And then handling, go towards oversteer, kind of like we did with Leclerc. So let's try that on for size, go for race. I'll keep them out for a little bit now on this stint just to get some inters knowledge. We've got some people on ultras. Huh? I guess there was a little tiny bit of a dry period just then, but now the rain's fully coming back down, so that's going to be a bit odd. So Hulkenberg got the bragging rights, 1st place in practice. Probably not going to mean too much for the race though, I would say, for him. Right, bringing them both in then. We're going to check the setup and see how we do as they come in, literally nearly side by side almost. Very nicely timed. And it was yeah, oh, that's really not good, is it? That's completely the wrong way. 85%, cool. Right, so we're going for lower downforce. Probably should have guessed being Canada, but sometimes if you've watched this series before in the past, this game can be very counterintuitive, so that's why I thought we'll go higher downforce. Because sometimes the tracks where you think you need lower downforce, you need higher ones in the past. So yeah, that's why I went with that, but clearly not for this one. So yeah, we'll go a little bit lower then, not that much lower, like maybe something like that. I think, yeah. Poor. So let's go towards understeer. So I don't know how I'm actually going to do that any more than I already am, because I can't really do much else apart from do that maybe. So like go like that and then bring this back here and then tweak this and then bring this like this. So that's poor. That's good. So hopefully that's excellent. Let's go inters quali knowledge. I don't want to burn too many inters, but let's go. I will stay with that one. It's got 5 laps left. Not going to be that useful, but we move. We'll go for lower downforce again with Vettel here. So that was good. So hopefully something like that will be excellent, I think. Around there, right on the edge. That was great both times, actually. So that's actually fine. We're actually good with Vettel there. And then this was good and good. So probably somewhere in the middle, I would say, is where we're going to find the excellence. So that's actually maybe a little bit easier than with Leclerc. We'll go again, send out 6-8 laps. That's fine. Go out, finish that stint on the quali stint. And hopefully the setup will be in pristine condition. Right, bringing them both in. Probably a good time because we can maybe just about get level 1 on some ultras for qualifying, which would be very useful indeed if we can do that. We've got 2 excellents and a good for Vettel, so looking better. Quali, we'll go ultras. Car setup though, want to tweak it a little bit more. Downforce is not where we want it to be, so I would say in between those two, like something like that. That's surely got to be it. Something like that is surely going to be the one. Keep those the same. Ultras go. Charles is coming in. All right, we've got great, good, and excellent. So basically back to square one where we were. 93%. So the first setup we had was actually better. I give up with him. I don't know what to do there. Handling, I would say we go somewhere in the middle then. It looks like somewhere in the middle could be that excellent. That is interesting. Something like that in the middle there is going to be it. And then speed balance was the same for that and that. So let's bring this down one click like that. So quali, ultra, go. Hopefully those setups are good. Takes a while for Leclerc to get out of the garage because we're changing the setup so much. But I think we'll watch that level shoot up. And I think we'll just grab level 1. And so that will be, you know, one more level, then level 0 for qualifying tomorrow. So that'll be useful. There we go. 1 minute left and we'll get level 1. Looking good. Right, on towards qualifying then. Hopefully these setups, these final setups will be pretty decent, I hope. Right, so in terms of the setups, let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. 2 excellents and a great. 1 excellent and 2 greats there. Decent knowledge. Obviously, we'll take in, not the inters, the ultras, because it might, it's going to rain a little bit, but get dry. So definitely take in the ultra. It'll be useful. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in Q3 it rains more, so we could have taken inters, but I don't fancy taking that gamble. I'd rather go with level 1. Just, actually, wait, hang on. I'm going to double guess myself here. If it does rain, though, level 3 on inters would be so useful. And level 1 to 0, is there really that much difference between level 1 and 0 compared to level 3 and 0 if it does rain in quali? But then again, if it rains in practice a lot, maybe it doesn't rain in quali. Just screw it. We'll take the gamble. Go on to ultras. We did that level right at the last minute for a reason, and we'll take it. Ironically, though, I probably won't use ultras straight away. I'll probably qualify in Q1 on the super softs just to kind of not to waste tires. But we'll wait out this rain because the track grip's not very high. You can see it's gonna get a lot higher later on, so we'll just wait for that period basically and just sit tight. And for the 3rd episode in a row, have a nice cup of coffee, tea in the garage, and just yeah, sit this one through. Right, send them out on super softs. We've got one. Oh, holy crap. Oh, my God. I did not time that right. I did not time that right at all. Oh, Lord. Go, 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 go. You might not make it through, Leclerc. Oh, my God. I was waiting. I was watching this and watching track grip go up, and I almost may have just ruined this. Come on. Make it through. Oh, ho, ho. He just starts the lap with 6 seconds to go, and it started to rain. Oh, dear. I've also just noticed that. Oh, my God. Please make it through. Please make it through. No, he's 4 seconds off the pace. Vettel. Oh, my Lord. We've done the most Ferrari thing in the world. We've actually done the most Ferrari thing in the world. Right, yeah, crap. So, yeah, that's actually happened. We've done the most Ferrari thing ever, in true Ferrari fashion. So I think you can't really fault me too much for the management here. But, yeah, Lewis Hamilton's got pole, Bottas second, 1-2 for Mercedes, and we are all the way down in 23rd and 24th. In last place. This is going to be a difficult Grand Prix. I'm not going to lie, guys. Especially if it rains as well, because we had that 40% chance of rain, and it rained in Q2 and Q3. So there's a good chance that bleeds over into Sunday. So this is going to be a real struggle. Cut back to when I said earlier in the episode about, you know, doing well, building momentum, getting that third win in the row. I don't think that's going to happen unless we have some sort of miracle and Hamilton really messes up his strategy. Yeah, we've got a very long Grand Prix ahead of us here. So it is raining at the start here. We've got actually Inter's track, but then it looks like actually it's going to get to heavy rain. So we'll swap onto the full wets as well, and then it's going to get dry. So very mixed up race. That's good for us though. The chaos is what we need, because then it's chance that Hamilton makes a mistake on strategy. Maybe we pull off a gamble. And you know what? I'm sort of almost tempted. I don't know. That's like 5 laps. I said, if that heavy rain was going to come in the first 3 laps, I would have said let's gamble and start on full wets. But it's a little bit too far to do that. So we're going to have to start Inters, go to full wets, and then just see how it goes, really. So knowledge-wise, I will take Inters in, even though probably it looks like the rain's going to end after lap, what's that? I would say lap 16. But it's the only big knowledge we have, really, and it's the only way we can maybe be quite quick at the start. Maybe we try and be lightning off the 5 red lights. Good into knowledge, make up maybe, you know, a good 10 places on the opening laps. That'd be decent. I mean, to be fair, you've seen it before at last episode, South Africa, when we lost about 5 positions or 6 positions at the start of the race. We basically caught it back up in half a lap there. So hopefully the Ferrari's going to be fast enough to overtake all the slower cars, but it's going to be about at the front. You know, Hamilton's just going to build a pretty big gap here, and we know how good he is when he's in first place. So this is going to be probably just a damage limitation race more than anything now. I'm just laughing really more than anything at that situation. I honestly just didn't clock how much little time was left. I was just waiting for track grip to go up, and then suddenly, oh, hang on, there's only 1 minute to go. Oh, hang on, it's starting to rain again. Ugh. Yeah, that was a loss. That was a bad mistake. Alright, so here we go then to 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix. This is going to be a very long one from 23rd and 24th on the grid, and we're on the way in Inter's conditions. Into turn 1, no overtakes made here. Very slow start. We've got 1 mana car off there, so still 23rd and 22nd then, but a lot of spray being kicked up. The rain is going to obviously come down as hard as bricks once we get to about lap 5. But for now, Leclerc is actually the one doing better in the rain, even though Vettel, I'm pretty sure, has an actual perk that improves his stats in the wet. So that's a little bit odd. We'll fast forward it and basically just see how we go. Let's go full out attack mode, actually, because there's no point conserving these tyres, because we will be going to full wet. So we're just going to fast forward this and see how we do. Leclerc up into P15. Vettel. What on earth is happening to Vettel? He's still 20th here. Leclerc's the one making all the moves, despite Vettel having that perk. But we've got a collision for Leclerc under investigation. Has he broken anything on his car? No, he hasn't, so that's good at least that he doesn't have to pit for any damage, but apparently he might get a penalty. Oh my, come on, Charles. He's got a drive-through penalty. Honestly, Leclerc in this mod in the game is literally the polar opposite in real life. He's making too many mistakes, drive-through pens, crashing. It's just not what we need. So he's got a drive-through. He's going to serve, well, I'm going to serve that now, surely. So I'm going to pit now, and I can set a time. Well, I don't know how to do it. I either go right now to full wets, then do the drive-through, or do the drive-through, then do the pit stop. I'm going to go for a fast pit stop for full wets, but I'm guessing he'll do the drive-through automatically at some point. We'll have to see, but we're going to have to just keep on going then with Vettel. Leclerc's race, I'm not going to lie, he's probably in the bin now. It's not going to be anything. We're probably done out here. He comes in. I'm going to watch Leclerc. Is this his drive-through or is this his pit stop? I think this is his pit stop, or maybe both. Let's see. Does the pit stop, onto full wets, and what he's still got to do, a drive-through. So I'm hoping he does that. I'm hoping he does that now by himself automatically, because I don't know if there's no way I can tell him to come in for a drive-through, because all I can do is tell him to pit. Anyway though, Vettel up into P4. Meanwhile, whilst we watch Leclerc do that, we're up into P4. Pretty awesome. So we've jumped everyone, really. All we got is Magnussen 2 seconds ahead. Then it's 5 seconds to Bottas, and then 3 seconds to Hamilton. So looking good, actually. We're not too bad here. That's some lightning overtakes in 3 laps from Sebastian. That's actually insane. So let's just keep going right now. We've taken the gamble with Leclerc on full wet, so let's conserve those, because that's otherwise just going to overheat his tyres. But let's just take it nice and easy with him. Vettel, meanwhile, will just keep burning these inters, and we'll just see when the heavy rain comes down. But there's actually, ironically, some sun came out as we pit for Leclerc, so that kind of threw a span in the works. We're getting a little bit drier. But let's see. Right, up into P4. Heavy rain's coming down. Let's pit now, I would say. Yeah, because by the next lap, it's going to be full wet. So we'll go full wets. Fast pit stop. Yeah, let's take a risk and try and catch up to Mercedes. We've got 4 seconds to Bottas, so it's worth taking the risk. So Vettel, we're going to come in. Hopefully, no mistake on the pit stop. We've gone for a fast pit stop, so a bit of a risk. The lightning comes out, so absolute thunderstorm here in Vancouver as we come out then in P3. And everyone's pit. So, yeah, good timing there for us. So now it's all about hopefully Vettel can use this perk of being better in the wet. I know for a fact his stats go up by 2 on everything when he's in full wet conditions. So he should be quick. He's already catching up to Bottas here. But now we've got to manage fuel because that's an issue. We're nearly minus 1.0 on the fuel. So that's not good. Leclerc's done pretty well, minus 0.69. So that's all right. And he's actually already jumped up. He's jumped up 1 position, guys. So P23. Great start. Literally, his race is in the bin. Unless he has a miracle drive now, like Vettel just did in 3 laps. I see him at best getting 1 point for P10, pretty much. So all our eggs are in one basket of Sebastian Vettel here today, pretty much. And we are closing on Bottas already, who's looking piss poor in the rain here. So that's at least something. But I'm going to go low fuel and neutral now, because I think we should have the pace to overtake Bottas. So let's just use this as a way to conserve fuel and use the fuel later on. Oh my god. As I said that, he just makes a mistake. For frick's sake. It's okay. This might be a long one then. Vettel's making mistakes as well. I was about to say, let's just save fuel and we can use it all when it gets dry. But if Vettel's going off and making a mistake as well, that's just not what we need, is it? Right, sit rep on lap 10 then. We're about 2/3 of the way through the full wet period and we've saved a lot of fuel here. I'm now going to go high and start pushing quite a fair bit and use the fact that I know Vettel's good in the wet here to now try and catch up to Hamilton. So first and foremost, need to overtake Valtteri Bottas, but then get past him hopefully and start closing Lewis, because in the dry I think we have less of a chance perhaps. So we are closing quite a fair bit. We're going 1 second faster, 1.4 faster. They've both pit. We're going to continue on. They're gone to Inters. I say we keep on going and try and go onto the dry straight away. So I'm going to push the fuel, conserve the tyres a little bit so they don't overheat too much. But 8 seconds, I think that's enough to try. And the same thing with Leclerc. He's jumped up into P8 because everyone's pit for Inters. I think it's not worth it. So we can actually save Leclerc's race here by not pitting, going straight to dry tyres. This is the gamble we can take compared to the AI when it's a chaotic race like this with a lot of rain and then going to dry. So, yeah, let's take this gamble. Keep on going, mate. Give it like 2 more laps. 2 more laps. And then we'll be able to go into dry tyres. Hamilton's caught up there. Leclerc. Oh, people are actually coming onto dries right now. Okay, good, good. All right, let's go onto dries now. Ultras, actually, hang on. How many? Oh, rain's coming again. So we're on lap 13. Rain will come back at lap 25. So we're talking just about 13 laps. Ultras, do they go that long? Just about. Okay, let's do that. We'll go with balance pit stop. Ultras. Vettel's there, Hamilton's right there. So literally perfect timing. We've just about been caught by Hamilton. He's just about overtaken us, but now the damage is done. We're coming in. He's not. So he's going to lose some time now. We'll come in for Leclerc as well. Fast pit stop for him. And hopefully this is where we try and get into first place. This has been very chaotic. Maybe hard to follow, but here we go. We could do this. Right, good pace here. Let's push. Overtake mode. And let's really push very quickly on this outlap. Leclerc's in now from P10, from P11. Makes a pit stop. No mistake there. No mistake there. Good. He's out in P18, but now we push. We push. And let's see where we are. Vettel coming round the bend. Hamilton yet to pit in this Grand Prix. Yet to pit. Don't know why he's not pitting, but there we go. Right, we're gaining time here. We're getting a lot of time. Right, it's not that damp on track anymore. I think we're decent. Pace is good. P2. We've got Bottas. We're 8 seconds ahead of Bottas. Surely that means we get Hamilton very easily now. Come on. No, short. What? How? What? How did he manage that? Jesus, Hamilton made his pit stop. I didn't even realise. And got out ahead of us. Okay, fair enough. Right, the gap's 2.7. We're chasing with Vettel. We need to save fuel, though. We need to save fuel quite a fair bit. Although we could save fuel later on when we know he's going to be quick. We'll go medium for now. We'll go medium for now. Leclerc's got a decent amount of fuel. He's like just basically on positive, and he's up into P9. Just made overtake on Raikkonen for P9. So Leclerc back in the points. Decent. Tyre wear is going to be an issue though for him, but looking better. Leclerc from a drive-through from last place Ninth place. It's better. It's better. Right, Vettel. P2, 2.4 the gap. We'll just try and hopefully maintain that whilst we save some fuel very slowly on medium, basically, and also conserve these tyres to a point where they're staying in a decent region. Right, we've got worn tyres for Leclerc. He's got to try and stretch these because we're on lap 22 now. The rain is about to come in the next 2 laps. He just needs to stretch them and just do the best job he can, basically. Vettel, we've nearly saved all our fuel now, so that's good. So we have some fuel to burn in the wet period. Now it's just about trying to close up this gap because it got to 3.5. I want to try and close that up a little bit more if we can. The rain's going to start coming down very soon. Worn tyres for Vettel now. That's fine, that's fine. 27%, that's cool. Right, Leclerc, he's getting worn tyres now. I say we pit for inters now and risk it. Ah, we just went past the pit lane, did we? Did we not? No, where are we? But, yeah, we did. Literally, he's there. We could have risked it and gone inters that lap. Oh, well. Right, yeah, it's inters weather. So, pit in, inters, Vettel. He can definitely put on inters this lap. Is Hamilton going to? That's the question. If he does, I will match him. And if he doesn't, I will not match him and I'll come in now and try and risk it. Right, inters, cool, fast pit stop, let's go. Come on, Vettel, fast pit stop. Hopefully the risk pays off. Hopefully there's not a mistake on this pit stop. Please, dear God, come on, no mistake, no mistake. For free, okay, God damn it. Right, took the risk and it hasn't paid off. Lost 3.9 seconds there on the pit stop. We're probably not going to gain that. And actually, you know what? Hamilton, he did make a pit stop in the end. I didn't even see that. He's got worn inters, though, so at least that's something. But now we've got 7 seconds to make up on him. That's going to be tough, but we'll try our best. We've got how many laps left? We've got 9 laps left in this Grand Prix. I'd say we could probably push these tyres quite a fair bit then. Okay, we need to save fuel for Leclerc. And then for Vettel, don't need to save too much fuel, just a little bit, but push on. Right, 7.3. Come on, Seb. You can do this. You're fast in the wet. Hamilton's fast in the wet, to be fair, but Seb's looked mighty so far this race in the wet conditions. Although, as I say that, the gap is increasing to 9 seconds. Because Hamilton is pushing like a madman. Okay, surely he's going to pit again like that. If he's pushing that hard, surely not. Right, the gap is 2.4 now on lap 30. 3 laps to go in this Grand Prix. We brought it down rapidly because Hamilton started to finally conserve his tyres. We're now pushing the tyres. And that wet period where it got to nearly full wet conditions, Vettel got really quick then. And we've gained 1.1 on this last lap there. Hamilton is just there. Meanwhile, Leclerc, he's looking okay. P8, it's not too bad. He's going to maybe overtake Alexander Albon for P7. So that'll be decent. We need to undercut Albon. No, mate, we're not pinning again. So just overtake him, mate. Overtake him. Right, Vettel, though. 0.9 now, the gap. Come on. And Hamilton's tyres are going off the cliff. He's pushed too hard. And in practice, you know what? I bet he used too many inters in practice, so he's not got fresh inters. Whereas we had plenty of fresh inters left. And so we're going faster and faster. We've got 2 laps left. Could we pull this off? Oh, he spun! He spun! Hamilton spun! Suck it, mate! Suck it! He spun! Yes, get in there! Hamilton is spun on the 3rd last lap of this Grand Prix. And we're actually going to do this. We're actually going to do this 2nd last place to 1st place at the Canadian GP. All we're going to do is save fuel now and bring this home. Hamilton has spun from the lead. He's cracked under brake. He's done a Sebastian Vettel, ironically. Lewis Hamilton has done the Sebastian Vettel. He's spun under pressure and he's bottled it. He's absolutely bottled it. Absolutely amazing scenes. 1st place in the Canadian GP. Come on, 1 last lap to go. Absolutely amazing. Let's try and get the fast lap. Oh, Vettel had a bit of a wobble there. He had a bit of a wobble there. That was close. Right, let's calm this down then. Let's not have a spin for you, Seb. Please, dear God, no. You can't let me mock Hamilton and then half spin yourself. So come on, let's get through to the end, please. In 1st place. Hamilton's tyres are donezo. And here we go through the final bends. This was the tricky part of the track. But here we go now through to the last lap across the line. It's going to be 1st place at the Canadian Grand Prix for I need to say Hamilton. For Sebastian Vettel. Oh, I'm in hysterics. This is amazing. 3 wins on the bounce for Sebastian Vettel. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Grazie ragazzi, forza Ferrari. That's what I'm talking about, Weltmeister. That's what I'm talking about. Hamilton, absolutely, just go do one, mate. Go do one. Spinning it from the lead Absolute scenes. Leclerc is going to come through in 6th place. It's a decent effort, lad. It's a decent effort considering he had a drive-through penalty. Decent effort, but my words, what a drive by Sebastian Vettel. 56 seconds ahead of his teammate. That's just how good he was this race. Unbelievable drive. So in the end, first place trophy, Sebastian Vettel. Hamilton gets the fast lap of the Grand Prix, so we get 2 extra points there. But we're now 21 points behind Hamilton, the championship, with Vettel, Leclerc, 53 back. But the constructors, 30 points. So I think we actually lost points, then gained them because of Leclerc. But I'm going to still, I still count that as a fun race, though. It's a mega fun race and great action there. So even though we lost points, I still say that's a success for the team. Obviously, it's a bit of a building year. We said it was a building year. I kind of want it to almost turn into a championship fight year, but it could be seen as a building year. So just getting these wins is amazing to get the confidence up of Vettel, confidence up of the team, and obviously get the confidence of the chairman to not fire me, because at one point, obviously, I thought by the second race, we're going to get fired. So, yeah, pretty damn decent. But in terms of the championship, expected results first, you came second. So I don't know. The win hopefully outweighs the fact of where we are in the championship, because I actually haven't looked at that. We need to look at the morale and see what that is. So I'm hoping every time we get these wins that it's balancing out the fact we're not first in the championship. But obviously, at the end of the day, that is where we want to be. So in terms of the target, what are we looking at here? Ooh, what? So you see, Cape Town, we got plus 11 because I think because we got the 1-2, I guess. But for Vancouver, we got -5 because we only got the win, but we didn't get a 1-2. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So Chairman Happiness is not actually high coming off the back of that. So that might bite me in the bullet. That might bite me in the back once we come down to it at the end of the season, maybe. I don't know. So I still might get fired from Ferrari. Obviously, I can't lie. After the mistake I made in qualifying, fair enough. But guys, if you did enjoy that absolutely insane episode with Sebastian Vettel, what a drive, be sure to smash the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, subscribe for weekly full-on content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoyed today. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.